What's up, y'all? It's Escape Theorist. The Instagram clips are so fun to talk about, so I have some more today, and a somewhat interesting topic on whether or not something is cheating in skating, which cheating in skating sounds a little silly because there's kind of no rules, but there's kind of social norms at the same time. We'll get to that later. This is the first trick where I was just like, what is even going on? An alley oop back 180 to switch 5 over nose grind, whatever. The dude looks kind of buffish too. Let's get to that. Is this dude buff? Oh, he does work out apparently. But yeah, I thought this trick was incredible. Even thinking of that, you have to have so much pop, almost inconceivable for me to even think about doing that. This is a type of thing I wish I could see more, where people have like cool setup things, because I feel like the amount of tricks you can do on a ledge, while technically unlimited, this adds a whole nother layer, and you would see some absolutely insane stuff. So yeah, that's Mark Succi, absolute killer trick. Oh yeah, that grind. See, it's not enough anymore to just do a combo. Now you have to do four tricks in one. He does a tail, that switches it again to tap and 180s out, you know? It's basically four tricks in one trick for one clip. So, we're stacking four tricks into one clip. How many tricks are possibly in a skate video? This one, oh, that's it. I didn't know this was a Dern Bros edit the first time I saw it. But, I thought this was kind of clever. It's Mario, but skateboarding. But for once, the skateboarding actually looks good. Most of the time when you see AI videos like this, it just looks completely silly. I guess it's because they made it out of Durham Bro videos. That actually makes a lot more sense. I was under the impression earlier, without reading anything, because I can't read, that this was its own thing, but it makes a little more sense now. It's like a rapper. Still cool. This I've never seen a tray flip look so forced but also smooth. The fact that the top comment is it ever that serious? It is to this guy. This is an incredible trick. To tray flip up that is no small feat for sure. I could for sure ollie up that. Maybe from the side I could nollie up it, maybe kick flip up it. I could never in my life tray flip up this thing. And if I ever did, I'd probably have funnier form than this. So props to this guy. Whoever did that, absolutely sick. I don't even think they tagged the dude. Unless this is, I don't think that's him. That's just like a meme page. What would you call this trick? Banana blunt? I don't know that a banana blunt really fits because he's on the wheels. I, I I almost don't know if it's a grind. Is it a grind or is it a power slide? Wheel slide, I think that's a pretty good one. Switch kickflip has got to be the worst suggestion in the comments for what this trick is called. But sick trick nonetheless. Marblow is this guy's name. This one, that's like the worst hubba I could possibly imagine grinding. Like I was scared enough just doing my first hubba. But having to land in this gnarly type bank, no thank you. One of the top comments, good skate park for beginners. Instagram, I mean, it's just very enjoyable and funny. Okay, this is my whose kid is this of the week, which I think that might become a series because I'm seeing all these young children just absolutely ripping. Now I'm a little bit joking, like I don't he doesn't look like a child exactly, but he does look young. And I went to this guy's page and he's just an absolute ripper that I had never heard about. This is the clip that put me on. I'm just like, what? Who is this guy? How in the world are so many kids this good? Like, there shouldn't be more than 200 kids that are this good. It just seems like every other kid nowadays is this good. And what are they feeding these kids? So yeah, this dude's absolute killer. I'll have his Instagram in the description. So this is kind of my topic of discussion for this video. It kind of inspired me. This is a topic with skaters that will probably ruffle some feathers because people just hate stuff like this. I mean, even Ricky Glazer, who seems like a nice guy, hates this idea. A lot of the older guys seem more on board in the comments, but there's still some people saying this guy is like a poser. Well, now this guy is definitely not a poser. If you go to his page, he's an absolute ripper. I mean, he's doing stuff on these half pipes that you would not think of doing. So, he's an old school vert guy. It looks like, I don't know how good he is at flat, but the fact that he has some of this stuff, that he's ever done some of this stuff, I mean, you can't call this guy a poser. That's just stupid. So yeah, the guy's 100% not a poser. He's just trying to have a good time, and I actually think this idea could go even further. I've thought of this many times. I've never seen it done. You could have a string like this, a bungee type backpack or whatever, but instead you could have it on a zip line, some type of zip line or track, and you could have ledges and rails and make the bungee like one that spins, so you could spin as much as you want. It would still bungee you. You could actually ride one direction. Now you could only have one track per se, unless you do like a circle track somehow, but I don't know, some type of roller coaster tech maybe. That could be crazy. Like, especially as you get older, you don't want to fall as much, but also for like young kids, because some of these tricks on a quarter pipe, they seem like nothing. Like the first time you ever did an axle stall on a quarter pipe, it probably was so hard to wrap your head around. Imagine if you could have got 500 tries and not fell once. That's where it gets, this has to be a good method, whether you like it or not, because if you can try that 500 times where you're putting real weight on the board, but you're not falling, you're not getting scared, because a lot of new people in skating, they might try an axle, get their truck caught up, and they eat it, and they maybe never want to try it again. Now, I learned axles the old way, of course, as most people do, but I mean, just think of how quickly a kid could learn axles. It might be, hey, 30 minutes you can axle with this type of thing because you're not falling. Once you figure out the mechanics of the axle, how you're supposed to get the truck out, how you're supposed to lean, how you adjust your weight, you just take the bungee off and you've learned an axle. And now you can do real axles, but all those tries you had, it didn't take nearly as much from you. It didn't take as much confidence from you. I mean, this is like the move for kids. I feel like skaters might not like it. I don't know that I like it. It's a little new age for me even. But I do think it's kind of the future, and I think if some, I don't know, skate school could adopt this, I think this would be the next big thing. I think it would create some killers. I mean, this is a good example of how in the world would you go about learning this trick? You know what I mean? Where if he could try it flat and not fall, and he learns how to shift his weight and all that, that's a big step to learning this trick. Just like skating into a foam pit. I've never skated into a foam pit, but I promise you, if there was a handrail with a foam pit near me, I would have. And I probably would have got a little better at handrails. But yeah, this is an absolutely crazy trick. Like the fact that he flipped out of that, why do you have to go so hard? Everything is crazy, dude. Here's a good old skater, and he does this nollie inward late shove on this bank. That is something that I feel like could easily get your feet wrapped up. Absolutely sick. Now this guy too, I think I've seen him at maybe Tampa Am. It was, or oh no, he's in X Games. That was so buttery. That was so clean, dude. The filming on this is crazy right now too. Are they filming this with a? No, that's a skater. Or is it a drone? I feel like they kind of need to adopt. I think they need to adopt drones when they're filming skate things like this, because I mean, who wouldn't want the best footage possible from the best angle possible? I don't know how distracting it'd be to have a drone out there, or maybe it's a camera thing, like you can't put that expensive of a camera. But when you're doing stuff like this, I mean, whoever filmed this did a great job. Maybe it was a drone, but this filming matters a lot. If you had this same line, but you had a static angle or just a worse filmer, it would not be nearly as magical. But the fact that you can see every trick up close like that just makes it beautiful. But yeah, those are my topics of today. That's kind of what I saw on Instagram today that got me interested in making a video. So hope y'all enjoyed this new format. It's a little more brain rot, a little quicker. A little I'm just throwing out talking points. Nothing that crazy. Hope you enjoy it.